Thank you, Colin, for that reminder for us to slow down. And I want to honor each and every one of you for coming here tonight, because coming to an event like this is almost an act of slowing down. You know, we're sitting here for our pleasure, but also slowed our life down, turned our phones off. And I just want to say thank you for that reminder, and also want to honor each and every one of you for slowing down tonight enough to treat yourself to not only some entertainment, but some insight and wisdom. Thank you very much for that. Speaking of wisdom, we have our wise Jacques de Villiers next. Well, here's an interesting man, because he wanted to become a time traveler, but Elon Musk hasn't invented that yet. He wanted to become a flaneur, sipping coffee in Parisian cafes and playing chess with his mates, but he's not a trust fund baby. He wanted to become a spy and philosopher like his father, but he's still working on his daddy issues. Instead, he tried his hand as a short order cook, plumber's mate, soldier, escort, monk, and how we all know him as a writer. Please welcome Jacques de Villiers, author of no best-selling books, with his presentation, Do Women Have Adam's Apples?
So my daughter says to me, Daddy, if you had a superpower, you'd trigger people. You are the triggerer. And that might be true, because when I think, my lips move. So I often say inappropriate things to people. It's a kind of a Tourette's syndrome-y kind of vibe. But I'm like that weird Uncle Al. We all have him. The one that you don't really want to invite because you never know what he's going to say. So at weddings, I'm normally put with the kids. Not the kids, that's actually quite dangerous. I'm put near the kitchen so that I don't offend anyone. You see how my Tourette's just came out there? So I don't offend anyone. And God forbid I should give a speech, because everyone's a bit nervous. What is Jacques going to say? But here's the thing. I've been born of hard of hearing. I'm one of 4 million people that are either deaf or hard of hearing. That's 6.7% of South Africa's population, the biggest differently abled population in South Africa. So, to add insult to injury, I also have tinnitus. So all I hear is beep, poo, 60 years, my God, I'm going mad. I also can't hear so well. If someone says there's a cow in the field, I hear there's a clown in the chair. So this makes for a really interesting life. Now, there's probably 7 or 8 of you in the audience that are hard of hearing. And how do you know? For the first thing, they stare like this, like a serial killer, because they're really focusing. The second thing is they zone out. And I see a bunch of you are deaf here because you're on your cell phone zoning out. Yeah, clearly you can't hear. And then they bob like those dogs, that we've seen. And then when they say inappropriate things like, oh, my dog's just died, I can't hear. I just go, wow, that's awesome, brilliant, bring it in. Maybe we do a high five too. And they totally gobsmacked at how inappropriate I am with their dying dog. What can we do? Oh my God, and jokes. Everyone is laughing at the freaking joke, and I'm sitting there. Takes about 30 seconds because I'm like a decrepit bat. As the sound bounces around the room, goes into my head, I go, ha ha ha! And everyone's going, what? Oh my God, the Tourette's has just kicked in because I get the jokes too late because I can't hear them. And I'm also a bit like a crab. This is my salute. And the army has salutes like this. This is Jacques' salute. Hey, what did you say? And I'm, what? Say that again? Really? And then what I do, that's awesome, that's great, that's brilliant, bring it in, let's have a high five, because I can hear pretty much nothing. I blame it totally on my parents. If you're a child of a 60s parents, you'll know what I'm talking about. They smoked and they drank and probably took drugs to the 40 weeks of pregnancy. I was 2 months premature because I had to get out of that alcoholic vat called my mother. And now I look up at them and I can't hear a bloody thing, so I'm assuming they say, oh, cute, it's going to be a genius. My child, normal crap. My child's going to be a genius. I'm going, will you change my flipping nappy? And hey, I'd kill for a cigarette and a drink. talking about drinking, my dad and I are driving down Solari's Pass, and he says to me, "Give me a beer, son." I hear, "Get out of the car." So I jump out of the car. Well, I open the door. He has half a heart attack, grabs me, moves me back into the car, and says, "What the hell are you doing?" I don't know. So we get to the beach, we're calming down. He gives me a beer. I'm 7, you must understand, but that was normal for the 60s. So he gives me a beer, and he's saying something. I'm sure he's saying, "Don't tell your mother," which is always the case. But all I hear is, I can't say, I just go, "Oh, that's awesome. Hug, bring it in, high five." Dating is an absolute disaster. I can't hear higher pitches that some females have. The woman will say to me, I think she's saying, "I love my job." I'm going, "That's awesome, brilliant, bring it in, high five." She actually said, "I lost my job." They always look like that, like gobsmacked, like, how does he speak? I never make it to dessert. I loved dating when I was in high school, 13 years old. We played spin the bottle. So, the bottle points, you kiss. Brilliant. You didn't have to talk much. It was problematic, though. I was at a boys' school called King Edward's. And I used to get beard rash. It was awful. But anyway, this is how we roll. One day I actually made it into a woman's bedroom. I think her voice was a bit deeper, so I could hear her better. So I said to her, as I'm going up for the kiss, I think, do women have Adam's apples? And if I'm not going to kill Katy Perry, I'm going to say, I kissed a guy and I liked it. And talking about that, I try to join the choir, but I'm a bit tone deaf. So I'm going, "Oh, the head of Wandel." And Aya Pavarotti, the teacher, has a strangled cat. And what does she say to me? "Hey, that's awesome, that's brilliant, bring it in, high five." I didn't join the choir, that's for sure. And I can't remember songs, my memory's a bit buggered from the alcohol that I used to drink. So I messed them up. I can see clearly now, Lorraine has gone. Money for nothing and chips for free. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. I want to hold your ham. Oh, I suppose the ham's there. Anyway, I finally got hearing aids in 2020. Brilliant. I can hear dogs bark. My God, they're loud. Birds tweet. Butterflies fly. I can even hear roses fart. But it's too much. So I might as well not have these hearing aids because I can't hear anything. So if you ever come across someone that you think can't hear that well, please let them face you. Stand back so they can lip read. And then if they say something appropriate, you ask them, "Did you hear what I said? Would you like to repeat back?" so that you don't get offended. So I'm not going to give you dating tips, and that's all I can talk to you about with people that are hard of hearing. But bugger it, let me give you a dating tip. If you're looking for a guy, look for an Adam's apple. If you're looking for a woman, look for an Adam's apple. What did you say? What? Thank you.